In a world where the odds seem insurmountable, there lies a question that has intrigued millions. Can the lottery be won by chance alone, or is there a deeper, more calculated way to beat the system? Tonight, we delve into the remarkable story of a man who, against all odds, cracked the code to the lottery. A man who transformed the game of chance into a game of strategy. And his story? Well, it's as thrilling as any blockbuster film. Before we unravel the genius behind his system, let's take a moment to understand the lottery. A game of numbers, where the player selects a set of digits, hoping they will match the ones drawn. The chances of winning? Astronomical. A typical lottery's odds can be as high as 1 in 292 million. Yet this man proved that with the right knowledge, those numbers weren't as random as they seemed. The man behind the system. Meet Stefan Mandel, a Romanian mathematician whose story is as extraordinary as his success. In the 1980s, Mandel devised a system that not only predicted the numbers but also enabled him to win the lottery multiple times. The secret? It wasn't about luck. It was about patterns, probability, and most importantly, the art of analyzing the odds. Have you ever played the lottery, or perhaps dreamed of winning big? Take a moment to think. What if there was a way to boost your chances? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that like button if you're fascinated by the idea of beating the odds. Now, let's explore how Mandel's system worked. Unlike most who play random numbers or rely on intuition, Stefan applied mathematical principles. He realized that lotteries, while seemingly random, operated within a structured set of rules. With enough research, he identified patterns that could be exploited. At the heart of his strategy was combinatorics, the study of how things combine in sets. He created an elaborate system that involved purchasing a vast number of tickets, each carefully calculated to cover all the possible combinations within certain patterns. By purchasing enough tickets, Mandel could ensure that if the winning combination was among them, he would be holding the prize. Of course, this wasn't without risk. The method required an investment, one that was substantial, and the system wasn't foolproof. But with meticulous planning and a large enough bankroll, Mandel achieved what many considered impossible. He won, and not just once, but several times. While Mandel's technique was brilliant, it raised questions about fairness and legality. His wins were initially celebrated, but as his success grew, lottery officials began to take notice. After all, a person who could predict the outcome of such a random game wasn't exactly the sort of winner the lottery organizers had in mind. Was it cheating? Or simply using the tools available in a game designed for the lucky few? Do you think what Mandel did was fair play? Or did he cross a line? Share your thoughts below. And remember, your opinion matters, so let's start a conversation. Despite the controversy, Stefan Mandel's story remains a testament to the power of mathematics. Though his method is no longer viable in most modern lotteries due to rule changes, his legacy lives on. His ingenuity has inspired countless others to wonder, can we truly outsmart the system, or is luck all we have? While we may never be able to predict the next winning number, Mandel's success serves as a reminder that sometimes, even in the most random of games, there's a pattern to be discovered. Whether you believe in fate or mathematics, one thing is clear. Stefan Mandel was a man who dared to think beyond the numbers. The lottery, a game of chance, a fleeting moment of hope for millions. But for some, this game of odds became a game of strategy. We talked about one man's extraordinary journey, the story of Stefan Mandel, and his quest to turn the lottery into a science. But do you know what to do if you hit the lottery? Stay tuned, because we are about to share with you the steps you need to take to ensure you are not taken advantage of and stay safe during this process. I guarantee that some of the suggestions I am providing, many of you never considered. What to do first after winning the lottery. So now, we return to the most important question. What should you do if you actually hit the lottery? The dream of wealth can quickly turn into a nightmare without the proper precautions. Here's what you should do right away in order to protect yourself and your winnings. First things first, do not tell anyone. And I mean no one. Not your family, not your friends, and definitely not your coworkers. It's tempting, but until you have everything in place, your win must remain your secret. Before you even consider cashing a large winning ticket, take some critical steps. Now, the next steps I'm referring to is a lottery ticket worth a substantial amount. The very first thing you should do is take multiple and clear photos of the front and back of the lottery ticket. If you can, also record a video of yourself holding the ticket and signing the back of it. If lotto officials allow the back of the ticket to be defaced with a signature to secure true ownership of the ticket. Call your local lottery office anonymously and ask if signing the back of any lottery ticket is an acceptable way of proving ownership until a lotto ticket is cashed. You don't want to do anything to the ticket that may give the lottery officials a reason to deny a payout because you defaced a ticket. I don't know of there being an issue in signing the back of the ticket. However, rules change. Just be sure to double check. If permitted, include the date you signed it. If they tell you not to sign the back of it, still take the photos, and with you holding it, it still will help verify the ticket belongs to you. Not to mention, if ownership was ever in question, the location you purchased the ticket at generally will have footage of you buying the ticket. Generally, this would not be needed, however. So, print out several copies of the photos you took of the ticket, front and back of it. The video you took, be sure that the footage you took does not get deleted. Perhaps email yourself a copy of the video and photos of the ticket. Doing all of this will help protect you if anything happens to the ticket or if someone else tries to claim it. It verifies the true ownership of the ticket. Next, secure that ticket. A safe at home is not enough. Home safes can be broken into, or worse, destroyed in a fire or flood, or if your safe is small enough, can be walked right out the front door. Instead, head to your bank and rent a safety deposit box. Don't tell anyone why you need it. It's nobody's business. Just get that ticket locked up in a vault, safe and sound. Oh, now be sure not to lose that safety deposit key. Once the ticket is secured, you can start planning your next steps. If you have a trusted significant other, you may find the need to share with them that you too have hit the lottery. What a happy moment that will be. Otherwise, keep it to yourself. Believe me, the fewer people who know, the better. If you do decide to share the news with someone, make sure they understand that under no circumstances are they to tell anyone that you've won until you are ready for it to be known. They need to be trustworthy enough to keep this secret. If they can't, do not tell them. There are always those well-meaning family members or friends who are so excited and happy for you that they can't wait to share the good news. But even with the best intentions, one excited person can tell their best friend who tells theirs, and so on. Well, you get the point. Before you know it, the whole world will know, and your privacy will be gone. The next thing you'll want to do is get yourself a burner phone. It may sound suspicious, but it's a smart way to keep your private life private. If possible, pay with cash, and when you activate the phone, don't use your real name. Now, I'm not even sure if they still ask for a name when you activate these phones, but you get the idea. It wouldn't be a burner phone if you used your real name. That's the whole point of these phones. No one will track you back to your real identity. You don't want just anyone to be able to reach you. Your immediate family and employer, if you plan on staying employed, can contact you through your regular means of communication if needed. But remember, with the lottery comes unwanted attention, from creditors to distant relatives, and even complete strangers who suddenly claim to need your help. A burner phone gives you the privacy you need, allowing you to keep the public at bay while you handle the logistics of your newfound wealth. And yes, you should plan on leaving your home for a while. Stay in a hotel or an Airbnb, somewhere where no one knows you, and ideally, no one knows where you're staying. If possible, pay with cash to keep your location anonymous. It's a good idea to go somewhere completely new where no one knows you, especially while you get your affairs in order. We would also not recommend staying in the same town where you bought your lottery ticket. If a hotel clerk or Airbnb host is familiar with you locally, the word could quickly get out about where you're staying. If they have any criminal intent, they might assume you have your lottery ticket on your person or in your room, making you an easy target. The goal is to remain incognito for a while. Keep a low profile until you're ready to take the next steps. Next, hire a lawyer who specializes in trusts and estates. Someone who has experience in dealing with lottery winnings. Make sure the lawyer charges an hourly fee, not a percentage of your winnings. You don't want someone trying to take advantage of your good fortune. Along with your lawyer, you'll need a reputable accountant. This person should also charge by the hour, and their job is to help you manage your money in a way that keeps the tax burden manageable and grows your wealth. You'll want to make sure your money works for you, not the other way around. Now that you have your trusted team in place, your lawyer, your accountant, and perhaps a financial advisor, it's time to let the lottery officials know that you're the winner. But here's the key. Don't contact them yourself. Have your lawyer reach out on your behalf. Why? Because once you announce to the world that you've won, the media will swarm, and your life will change in ways you can't predict. Let your lawyer handle the initial communication and confirm your ticket with the lottery officials. They'll manage the legal side of things and keep your involvement private. Remember, when you make contact with the lottery office, they should already have copies of your ticket. Do not hand your original ticket over to anyone except the lottery officials once you're inside the office and in front of the designated official handling your ticket. Do not give it to your lawyer or anyone else. You should physically walk your ticket into the office unless the lottery officials have set up another process for presenting the ticket. The copies you took in advance of the ticket should have already been provided to your lawyer to ensure there's no confusion later. This ensures that should something go wrong, or if there's a dispute, you'll have proof that you are the rightful winner. This is a key protection step. And be sure that your lawyer has a plan in place for your safety as well. Because remember, your ticket is worth millions, and if anything were to happen to you, those same people who might have been your friends could suddenly turn into opportunists. It has happened. Think about what I said earlier about keeping it a secret, especially from your family. Once the media catches wind of your win, people you haven't heard from in years will come crawling out of the woodwork with sob stories, business ideas, and all sorts of demands. That's why your lawyer and accountant are so important. They will help you navigate through the noise. Your lawyer can also help you set up a trust to protect your winnings from future claims and help ensure that your money goes exactly where you want it. Having this protection in place is especially critical if you're the type of person who wants to remain anonymous. And here's something else you might not have thought of. Make sure you have plans in place in the event that something happens to you before you can claim your winnings or after they've been cashed. This isn't something anyone likes to think about, but it's critical to your long-term security. Again, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it has happened before. Not everyone will feel your joy or enthusiasm over your newfound fortune. You may be met with jealousy, and those you thought could be trusted, that you thought were your friends, you may find out are not. The old saying that money is the root of all evil is unfortunately true. Finally, be smart about how you use your winnings. If you want to buy luxury items like a sports car or a mansion, that's fine, but be discreet. Don't flaunt your wealth in front of the public. If you do, the world will start to notice, and not in a good way. Protect your wealth, your privacy, and your future. Be careful, be smart, and plan ahead. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the world of the lottery, the secrets behind winning, and the steps you need to take to protect your newfound wealth. If you found this video helpful, be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for more fascinating stories and life-changing tips. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments below. What would you do if you won the lottery? Until next time, remember, knowledge is power, and the right steps can keep your dreams from turning into nightmares.